it is our last week playing Stardew Valley for now. I'm trying to tone down the finality of it all because this is not the last time I will play Stardew Valley on. I am certain of that. This is our last regularly scheduled Stardew Valley stream. As I mentioned when I started, this will probably be a thing that on a quiet week, there's no maybe releases out that I want to play, or we're between playthroughs. I'm absolutely going to fire this up on stream. We'll do some in a year's time. You'll see how bountiful my beautiful farm is. But in terms of weekly Wednesday night, this is the game we're playing. This is the last one of these. So we will load in here. Uh, ooh, I have not heard this music before. I guess because this is the first time I closed this game to play something else. I was playing Mario Strikers during the week. By the way, that Mario Strikers update with Daisy and Shy Guy, pretty good. Pretty good. Not amazing. The thing about adding the thing about Daisy and Shy Guy as new characters in Mario Strikers is that they are both all rounders. So they're not that scintillating to mix up your gameplay with. They are just very normal Mario style basic players. Anyway, let's get up here. It's a beautiful new day, Barry. It's Saturday. Mr. Spaghetti, come here. One last rub. Love you. Garrett did advise me on the last stream. Fill Mr. Spaghetti's water, for the love of God. Cauliflower. Do I have any other seeds? I do. Oh no, I've yeah, so I am anticipating that I will be playing the shit out of this game once I am no longer constrained to streaming it. But as I've said, knowing me, there's also a high likelihood that I'll boot it back up in a year for the stream, and I will not have updated anything. That is just my way. I'm very inconsistent. Also, as we were discussing, like Power Wash Simulator and stuff like that earlier, I feel like this would be a good relaxing game to just sink some serious time into while I am off. Alright, water, water, water. I see you, Mr. Spaghetti. I put water in your fucking bowl. What more do you want, brother? Oh, that's good to go. Okay. Mr. Spaghetti, you are being so rude. Chase that butterfly or something. Oh my god, cat. I'm gonna swing this scythe and I'm gonna get you. There we go. Oh, that's yeah, there we go. More water again, okay. Yeah, so relaxing games. The funny thing is, I thought Stray would be a relaxing game, but like it's a moderately tense bit of sci-fi horror. It's not really horror, but it's dystopian sci-fi. So it's a bit of a thriller. It is a juxtaposition of like knocking around like items as a cat in a humorous way, and then like running away from head crabs from Half-Life. You know what I mean? Alright, let's take my post. I've got some new items in stock. A deluxe fishing pole. Oh my god, I'm tormented by fishing poles. And some bait that you can attach to it. You can use the bait to make fish bite faster. Hope to see you soon, Willy. Do not touch Willy. Good advice. Is he even open today? I'm gonna just sell my spoils here. Alright. I'm trying to remember to forage, do you know what I mean? By the way, thank you as well for the comment on YouTube saying that there is a bestiary in this game, but it's not that good. It seems like the strategy, and this is probably something I will abide by when I'm not streaming this game. It seems like the strategy is to just have a guide open, just use a guide, which I will do. Feeling an urge to go shopping. Ugh, I wish there was a mall here. Haley, we're here to get away from all of that. Are you so obsessed with capitalism? Is all you want to do, Haley, consume? I'm gonna give you a flower just to fucking... Hey, get back here! That's right for you. What are you kids up to? Well, it was pretty hard for me, Penny. Excuse me. I suppose I'll go see if I can buy that new fishing pole. Oh, it's probably like fucking 10 grand or some shit like that. If it's even open today. Elliot, my man, what are you doing out here? You probably wouldn't like it inside my cabin. It's dark full of spiders. That's a very erotically charged statement, if I may say so. Not here. Alright. Willie, why would you send me posts telling me to, like, come by? I'm trying to catch me a seagull. That didn't work. On the subject of what I'll be doing after this game, what will be our Wednesday slot for the month of August, this day next week, I will be playing the new Hitman map. PlayStation 5. So look forward. And I don't know how much longer is left in 50 Cent. I would hope to finish it tomorrow. From looking online, my memory is terrible. I have no recollection of beating it as a kid, even though I did. From looking up online, it seems like that game is about 5 hours long, so I could finish it tomorrow, but no guarantees. So next Thursday, we will either finish it, or we will play WWE 2K22, since that's the game I am legitimately playing the most currently. So we will mess around with some community creations, we will do some wacky matches, we'll maybe create a wrestler. But if we don't finish 50 Cent tomorrow, I will play that again the following Thursday. Oh, okay. Saturday ain't a great day for fishing, obviously. Willie, I was looking for you. Alright, well, I'm trying, brother. One game I'd really love to stream, we were talking just before I segued over to the gameplay about the Arkham games. I'd love to play Arkham Origins, which is by the team who are making Gotham Knights. I never played it. It didn't review especially well at the time, but I feel like it's one of those games that it's had a little bit of a redemption arc among its kind of community in the last few years, where people are like, actually, no, it's a good one. It's a good one of those. I never played it, but it's an absolute bastard to play on a modern console. If you have an Xbox, it is backward compatible, but there's a very specific subset of games on Xbox that are backwards compatible if you have the disc. I do not have the disc. and I have a Series S which doesn't have a disc drive, so you cannot buy it, but you can play it if you already own it, which is a real nuisance. I'm gonna sell this stuff here. I've heard people say Origins is the best. I have heard that. So I can't play it on Xbox because obviously if I had a Series X, I could just go on eBay and grab a copy for £3 and then I could stream it because I want to stream it. That's my other problem as well. It is on the new tier of PlayStation Plus, but of course it's a PS3 game, so it is streaming only, which is a bastard. I just saw a bunny running there. Bunny. No, nothing. And I'm not going to stream myself on Twitch playing a streaming video game because that would be too stressful. No way would that be worth the effort. What's this? What's the sign say? I didn't even notice this before. Railroad. Talk to Linus. I feel like I never talk to Linus. Oh, that's why I don't talk to him then. Okay, let's just walk away. Let's leave him alone. Lest I be fucking buried under that campsite. Let's get on over here. Let's see. If compounds in the rhizosphere contain sufficient levels of carbon-13, then... Oh, sorry. I was pondering some data and I didn't notice you there. Alright, nerd! Oh, dear. There is no remaster, no. So, Arkham Origins kind of occupied a weird space when it first came out, especially. So, Rocksteady are the guys who make the main Arkham games. And then when they were working on the third one, Warner Brothers commissioned Warner Brothers Montreal, a second team, to make Origins. And there was a little bit of a passive-aggressive kind of comments in the press here or there, where people from Rocksteady were like, there are 3 canonical games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, City, and Arkham Knight. They didn't come out right say fuck that other game, it's not ours, but there were some implications that they were like, that game was very much like a Black Sheep game where the people who owned the IP went and got another team to make a spin-off installment, and the people who actually made the originals seemed somewhat weird about it. Similarly enough, Rocksteady are now gone off to make the Suicide Squad game, and they have said that that game is canonical to the Arkham games, and WB Montreal are now making Gotham Knights, and that is allegedly not canon to the Arkham games. Because there seems to be this real delineation between kind of like Rocksteady are like, the games we make are canonical to each other. We don't know what the fuck you're doing over here. We don't really give a shit. And also because it was a very tepidly received prequel, there was probably no incentive to remaster it, I would say. I feel like, is it up here? I can go to the mines. So yeah, you have to stream it on PlayStation, you have to own the disc on Xbox, and of course you can play it on PC, it is on Steam. But I believe that version was busted for a while. But even if it works, I would not be very... with my extremely limited laptop, I would not be able to play that game and stream at the same time. So it's a bit of a pain. So I will figure out a solution at some stage. Obviously, I would hope to upgrade my PC in the near future. And if I can upgrade my PC to the point that I can multitask and play a game on the PC while streaming, Arkham Origins would be near that. I also think that would just be a really fun game to play, you know? Big, wacky Batman game, quasi-open world, you know? On the subject of what I will be streaming in the near future, obviously I said next week we're looking at Hitman and either WWE or more 50 Cent. Tentatively, knock on wood, cross your fingers, light a candle, all that other stuff. I'll chat with this guy. Who is this guy? Clint. Okay, that's a bit depressing. Let's go to bed because this is Saturday, so there's nothing really to do. Tentatively, around the end of the first week of August, I will possibly be moving, which I have referenced 10 million times on stream, in the vaguest possible ways without committing to a date, because you can't commit to a date when you're dealing with a house. But it's seeming increasingly likely that we will be moving in the second week in August. So my plans for August are games next week. Most likely, I'll be taking the rest of the month off to facilitate moving and setting up an office in the new house. You'll have to follow along on Twitter for updates. We'll see how that goes. It doesn't always work that way. But yeah, so August will most likely be a month mostly taken off. Vita and 3DS got another spin-off. Origins Blackgate might have one of the worst maps in gaming. Well, now I kind of want to check it out. I don't really have a very good means of emulating Vita or 3DS. Vita, I don't think is... There's not a very good emulation scene for that. You can emulate on it, but I don't think you can emulate the games for it, if that makes sense. And 3DS is like a surprisingly demanding system to emulate. I do kind of want to stream a little bit of the PSP version of Bulletproof, though. I think we were talking about it on one of the 50-cent streams. I actually do want to give that a go. Uh-oh. I haven't gotten into the habit of checking the TV for the weather. There it is. I do not have a Wii U. I did not own a Nintendo console after the N64, but before the Switch. There is some useless trivia about me. Oh, I don't have any more seeds. Shit. Oh, God, and it's Sunday. There's not going to be anything open. Oh, my. Should I just go straight back to sleep? A buddy of mine, Paul, who pops by the chat every now and then and is my co-host on the Chair Shot podcast, he was recently talking about his emulation endeavors on the Wii U. He was really liking it. And he said, like, a Wii U was almost worth getting on eBay at a cheap price because they're fairly cheap now. Because you can do Wii, you can do GameCube, you can play them on the little tablet. It's relatively easy to hack and put an SD card in and stuff like that. Yeah. But no, I didn't have a GameCube. I didn't have a Wii, which is probably the biggest gap in my backlog. I'm just standing here outside Pierre's in the rain. Cheers, by the way. I finally opened my drink. But yeah, with regards to like plans for the rest of the month, it's just really hard to commit to anything because like if something goes wrong, and again, cross your fingers and hope it doesn't. You know, I just don't want to. I don't want to say, okay, well, you know, this got delayed, so I'm going to be streaming for all the month of August, and then I have to come back and say, oh, actually, I'm not. So I'm definitely going to after next week, I'll be taking the rest of August off. DS, I don't know if we can do DS. I don't know. DS though, DS is one of those games, and there's a lot of these. Are these ready to harvest? I can't tell. Oh, they are. Wait. No, they're not. I don't know what that noise I just heard was. DS is one of those systems that you can just emulate on your phone, though. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's be a bit more productive today, because I was just gonna give up and go to bed, but while we're waiting for Pierre to open. Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, moron. My brain is not working these last few streams. I briefly had a DS. I think towards the end of its life cycle, I got one. And I think I just got bored of it really quickly. And then it started to gather dust, and I think I traded it in for, like... When I was broke, I traded it in for fucking whatever game I wanted on console that month. You know, whatever the hot release on the PlayStation was that month. Yeah. I got it. I played about half of Mario 64 DS. And that was kind of it. Feel really silly about that one because I was kind of like... In retrospect, I'm like, the DS was cool. And it had a cool library, and I didn't give it enough of a chance. But again, I think I've talked about this on stream before. When I was a teenager, I I wasn't an edgelord, but I was definitely a little bit of a the DS is for children. I am playing Siphon Filter on my PlayStation Portable. All right? It also has Grand Theft Auto. That was my mindset. Like I've talked on stream about being a fervent PSP defender, and can I sell anything to this guy? Sure, why not? Sure. Yeah, so I loved my PSP because it was like they didn't even necessarily market it this way. I just kind of felt, well, it has GTA and Killzone and God of War. I'm 15, okay? I play grown-up games. I do not play your little fucking Super Mario thingy. I don't. Professor Layton, I get enough professors at school, mate. Get the heck out of here. That was my mindset. Um, GTA Chinatown Wars fucking rocks. I will say that. I will say I did play that in my brief time with a DS. Also, I still to this day, Garrett Kidney, you'll be pleased to hear, I have GTA Chinatown Wars on my phone. I install that on every phone I buy because once every couple of months I'm like, do you know what? I want to play some GTA Chinatown Wars because it rocks. That game is fantastic. And the mobile port is good. If anyone has not played GTA Chinatown Wars, get yourself a Android or iOS copy of it. It's still listed on all the shops. And obviously, I played the PSP version also. God, I've bought that. Now that I think, I've bought that game 3 times. I played it in my limited time with a DS. I then bought it when it came to PSP because PSP was better, despite the fact that it didn't have touch controls, which was the gimmick of the game, but I still bought it on PSP anyway, and then I re-bought it on phones. But obviously the joy of the phone is that it has the touch mechanics, which is what the appeal was, because it's genuinely really good touch mechanics. I'm gonna go potato seeds because they only take 6 days. Let's go something shorter than 6 because we're near the end of the season here. Let's go parsnip. Alright. Alright. Teaching, yeah, how is there not more moral panic about that game? As far as GTA games go, I think the moral panic for Chinatown Wars was fairly low, despite the fact that it had actual drug dealing economy stuff in it. But yeah, Chinatown Wars is great. There's not really a device for them to do it with, but I do wish, and also I don't think they care, but I do kind of wish for their next game, for their next GTA game specifically, Rockstar would fucking think kind of like what we were just talking about with Chinatown Wars, with the touch controls and the genuinely innovative way that game was different from the other ones. Like, I just feel like whenever GTA 6 comes out, and there was actually just an article about it today, I feel like it's just going to be more GTA. It's going to be more realistic. It's going to be fucking 8K, and it's going to have 3 playable characters, and the map's going to be the biggest thing ever. I'm like, yeah, but do something... What the fuck was that? Was that a fucking banshee in my game? Was that a wolf? What the fuck was that? I was too busy ranting about fucking Grand Theft Auto. Holy shit, that spooked me. Holy shit, that was scarier than anything in fucking Resident Evil. Oh my god. I assume there's wolves in this game. There has to be, right? Build more fence. Right. Oh, shit. I need to put that there. I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm going to have to... Hey! I didn't hear you come in. What? So you scared the shit out of me. That was Brona, everyone, by the way. There's not a ghost in the house. That article about GTA from earlier today was quite interesting, by the way. It was more about Rockstar culture, but they did drop some nuggets about the game. Big red flag on constantly developing world, though, obviously. I don't think it's going to be a live service game, but I think they are going to lock a significant amount of it to online. I do think that's going to... Rockstar only Vita games being the GTA iFruit app. Did they do that? I actually, and for as much as I love the PSP, I never had a Vita. I don't know how my brain works, lads. That's the howling. Alright. I don't have any stones. We're on the 21st, so I believe all my current crops will probably, they should grow by the end of the season. Oh. Beautiful. Alright. Wrong tool again, Barry. I've only been streaming this thing for 5 weeks. I know it just came out, but have any of you played the new Hitman map? I've heard good things. Shock of shocks, IO made another good Hitman map. Another one of those where I'll probably regret saying I'll stream it, because during the week I'm going to want to play it, but I just think they're so fun to stream. Kill these little saplings here. Just downloaded it. Okay. Well, actually, that's one thing I should think. I actually don't have Hitman 3 installed currently. I think I talked about it on stream before. They're all great, but I've played less and less of those Hitman games as they've come out. Not because they're bad or anything. I've just played less and less of them. There's wolves near my farm, lads. Where's Mr. Spaghetti? Is he safe? Oh dear. Mr. Spaghetti, are you inside? Okay. Okay. He's alright, everyone. Look at him, he's... How relaxed can you be? There's rain outside. Your little cat is sitting by the fire. Perfect. Perfect. Hey, sorry, did I wake you, buddy? Nah, it's alright, you still love me. You can get in, you can climb in, come on. £14. A wild day of farming. By the way, I forgot to shout out my latest follower, DJ Cookie Crumbs. Great name. Excellent name. Oi! Get away from my crops! What the fuck? There's wolves howling, there's a crow. Despite my scarecrow, there's a crow hanging out by my crops. I feel like I'm in a fucking Robert Eggers film. Fucking, can I get any more harbingers of death around here? Jesus fucking Christ. I should rewatch The Witch. Fucking great movie. on the subject of fucking great movies, I finally watched Top Gun Maverick yesterday. Went to the cinema. It rocked. I don't have much more to say beyond that. I also watched the first Top Gun for the first time. It's not that good. Not that good, to be honest. It's alright. It's alright. Not my favorite ad for the US military. That's definitely Maverick. Look at Mr. Spaghetti up there. He's so lazy. He really does look like Garfield right now. Christ, I'm nearly out of water again. Oh, you bastards. Yeah, Tom Cruise is one of those weirdos. He wants you better be in a fucking actual cinema to see his film, or he'll come to your house and he'll let you know he's not happy with you. I mean, to be fair, I agree. Like, that movie should be seen on a cinema screen. Let's go see how much Willie's gonna charge us for these fucking fishing poles. There were, of course, 2 girls in the cinema with us, talking the whole way through the fucking movie. Love that, love that, love that. Thank God the jet engines were drowning them out for most of it. It is not a very quiet movie, which are the worst ones to see when there's people talking in the cinema. Including A Quiet Place. When I saw the sequel to that, it was fucking painful. Because there was 2 people like having a conversation about the mechanics of the universe, and oh, the monsters can hear. They can hear really well. Like, yeah, I know, bitch. It's Quiet Place Part 2. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. God damn. I fucking hate people at the cinema. Anyway. 18, fucking Jesus Christ. Okay. 1800 is doable. We can get 1800. Let's sell him this crap we have here. 50, that's not bad. Alright. We'll just go fish now, and we'll Oh wait, I nearly bought another. I already have one, and there I am. I nearly did it again, lads. I nearly bought 2 rods again. Barry. Oh my god. Bait. Jesus Christ. Garrett, you're not the first person to say that to me. I've also had people reply to me on Twitter and say... Wait, how do I do this? I've had people reply to me on Twitter. How do I put bait on my my fishing stick, lads? I've had people reply to me on Twitter and say, "Is it a limerick thing?" And I as much as I resent that, I feel like the answer might be yes, because I am also the person I know who's had the most experiences. How do I do this, lads? How do I apply the bait? I told the John Wick story on stream, didn't I? John Wick 3. Similar to A Quiet Place 2, I don't know why they're talking about, like, the mechanics of the universe. It's the sequel, buddy. It was the same with John Wick 3 when... I did tell this on stream, where it was like 2 lads my own age, they weren't even kids. After the library scene, going, how do they know it's him? John Wick 3, man. What? Did you watch the first two? There was also, I don't think I talked about this on stream, when I went to see Uncharted recently. Yeah, Uncharted! It's not like it was a good movie that got ruined. Uncharted was alright. Uncharted was alright. Like a quadruple date came into the cinema. As in 4 couples! And they were like teenagers. And oh my god, they were the most obnoxious people in the world. Does anyone know how to put bait on my fucking fishing stick? No, don't do that. How do you do this? It's really annoying me. Oh, here's effectively the bestiary, yeah. Listen, me and bad cinema experiences, that is, I'm trying to think, what are some other ones? Talked about John Wick. Some of them I can tolerate, like Age of Ultron, which was shit anyway. There was a kid there asking his dad to explain every single thing that happened about 5 seconds after it happened. And I was like, you know what? I'm watching a stupid fucking children's movie. There's children in here. Whatever. They're fucking asking their parents. Who gives a shit? But when that exact same thing happens in A Quiet Place 2, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't know how to add bait to my fucking... Like, is there a combine button or something? Why and then why? That doesn't seem right. I feel like I was doing that. I'll try it again after this. Ah, fuck it. Let's just do it now. Okay. Thank you, Mitch. I guess I wasn't doing it. Dave Ryan, every time I'm streaming Stardew, he logs on to play Stardew also. Should I try and get him on for co-op? Am I being rude by not inviting him on? But he was saying on Link to the Cast that there were hell yes. You've used oh, okay. Oh, I can put multiple on, okay. Okay. There we go, okay. I'm glad I inspired Dave to get back into the old Stardew. I have not inspired anyone to play 50 Cent Bulletproof yet, though. What's up with that? Oh, shit. I went to take a sip of my drink. I went to take a sip. Hang on. Alright. Trying to think if I had any good cinema experiences. Fucking, ironically enough, nobody was talking during fucking Thor Love and Thunder. Everyone was just sitting there quietly not laughing at that fucking movie. Even the Limerick crowd was bored into silence by Thor Love and Thunder. That movie fucking stank. It is great that it's the shit ones people are quiet for. Sorry to Bother You was a great cinema experience because it was one of those Odeon, we're not going to tell you what the film is. Screen Unseen, I think they called it. And I could tell when the name came up on the screen that, like myself, there was a bunch of other people there hoping that's what it would be. And then there was a bunch of other, what's that? Reactions. But the people, like, 100% of the crowd, it was fairly full. And, like, I can imagine a bunch of the people there would probably never have gone to see that film if it was advertised ahead of time. But the hooting and hollering and gasping and laughing at that movie the whole way through it made it honestly one of my favorite experiences. It was great. It was great because people went in from all walks of life, had no idea what it was, and were genuinely caught off guard by it. That was great. Not not a terrible experience, but when I saw Get Out, two separate couples got up about halfway through, and then my girlfriend at the time, my ex, we turned to each other afterwards and said, "Did they ever come back?" And the answer was no. So you assume when people get up and leave during the film, they're going getting sweets or going to the bathroom. Two couples, four people in total left during Get Out and just didn't come back. I'm like, this is like a fucking great movie, and it's not some weird contrarian art house fucking impossible to understand thing. It's excellent, but it's a fairly understandable horror movie. But I guess some people wanted nothing to do with it. It was very odd. Yeah, no, Gary, it would have been great if they just got up when those words popped on the screen. A terrible cinema experience that has nothing to do with the audience. When me and my buddy Dave went to see the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, the projector broke. And we were sitting there, the staff took ages to come in and tell us as well. It stopped working during the ads. And we were all sitting there, and about 20 fucking minutes later, the staff came in and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, lads, it's broken." And they're like, "We'll try and fix it, so you can either stay here while we try and fix it, or if you want to leave, we'll give you a refund." We stayed. They sorted it relatively quickly, I would say. But yeah. Wrong button, Barry. Let's put this clay in storage, because I feel like I'm holding it for a reason, but I'm not doing it. Oh, can we put our shitty, yeah, let's put the fucking... Yeah, there we go. I will never learn the buttons to this game. You can't make me. Fertilizer! And I'll keep the flowers because they can be gifts. Keep that. Alright. I know I'm still early in the game, but I really want stuff to customize my house. Level 3 fishing. Okay, 1 fishing rod proficiency. Crab pot! That's awesome. And dish o' the sea. Alright, we're making decent money. Alright. I won't bother planting anything else because we're near the end of our season, aren't we? That sounds like a great experience. I loved X. I really, like... It's just such... It's like a me movie to a T. It's like... It's funny that it came out the same year as an actual Texas Chainsaw sequel. Because the first half of it, I'm like, this is like the best Texas Chainsaw movie ever, not to bear the name. And then the second half, when it starts popping off and getting all weird, is also great for like a different reason. It's fucking great. And yeah, like, fuck all this screaming when fucking Jim from The Office shows up in Doctor Strange. You should be hooting and hollering during X. What's wrong with these people? Although one of my great regrets was that, not great regrets, but I wish I stayed and saw it. I didn't know there was a post-credit scene in X, and then I left, and then I was talking to someone about it, like, oh, what do you make about the, like, prequel tease? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, yeah, there's a post-credit scene. I was like, what? The trailer for which just dropped yesterday, and it looks great. Mia Goth taking over the world. I assume I've scared off one crow. You're not scaring off enough, buddy. I assume they filmed those movies, if not at the same time, then near enough to the same time, because like that movie came out earlier this year, and then they've already got a trailer out for the next one, so. Yeah, see, but that's the thing, and I think it's actually kind of cool, because now everyone's in the mindset that you see a superhero movie, you sit there, and you wait for Blorko to show up, and I'm the biggest fucking mark of all, because I sit there every fucking time, and then when it's just some other fucking jabron, the Doctor Strange one's hilarious, fucking Charlize Theron shows up, I'm like, who the fuck is this? I don't give a fuck about this, but I do it every time. But I kind of like that you weren't expecting it in X, and so you missed it. That's actually kind of cool. Snowboy, if you didn't see the thing, were you aware there is even a prequel happening? So Mia Goth is coming back and playing that old woman character again, but her origin story, and it's coming out like I think this year or maybe early next year. They just put out a trailer today. It's called Pearl. Ty West directing it again. It looks. It's a great trailer. It's a great trailer. I don't think there's much to the actual post-credit scene itself. I think it's fairly conventional. Okay, Barry, tomorrow we're all getting together for the flower dance. Okay, another event, lads. This time I know what I'm doing. I'm going to try and talk to the mayor. If you can find a partner, you might even want to participate in the dance yourself. Ooh. There's a little clearing beyond the forest west of town where we hold the dance. Arrive between 9 AM and 2 PM if you're interested. Mayor Lewis. Okay, I will do that. That might be how we cap off the old stream here this evening. Yeah, I hate a trailer as a post-credit scene. I have no interest. The Thor Love and Thunder one is so funny because after Russell Crowe spends the entire movie doing, don't get me wrong, so bad it's good, but still definitely shit performance as Zeus, then they like establish him as like I guess the villain for the next one. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be fucking must watch. Oh, that movie sucked. Oh my, it sucked. Also, I think it's a slightly underrated or under-hated. Like, I don't know how more people, especially the Marvel freaks, aren't more annoyed about how Venom 2's post-credit scene sets up Tom Hardy to be in that Spider-Man movie, and then he's not. He's in his own post-credit scene, but they tease that he's gonna be in that movie, and he's not. And the only thing he's actually in it is a tease for some other nebulous project we don't even know what, because we don't know when the next Spider-Man movie is. Oh, sorry, did I spoil? Apologies if anyone cares about me spoiling Thor Love and Thunder. I actually do apologize for that if anyone is annoyed about that, because I don't like when people give away results or spoilers for things that are still out. If it makes you feel better, it is a terrible movie, so... Marvel is post-2001 WWE right now. That is very true. Right down to the... Yeah, because it's like... It's not just that it's bad, it's that a sort of specific type of bad that's like chasing the high of what came before. Like 2002 Raw is such a specific type of shit, because not only is the booking bad, but also all the story, like obviously Katie Vick is the infamous one, but it's like, they're doing like, it's got the crassness of the Attitude Era with none of the charm. And so they're trying desperately to make it seem like they're still in the cool times, but they're not. That's Marvel to a T. And it's like, I'm not really vibing with many of these new characters, but at the same time, I feel mentally just kind of like done with like Hemsworth and the people who are left. They're in a very weird spot. I was tweeting about it during the week, but it took me multiple sittings to get through these 6 episodes of Miss Marvel, and it's not bad by any. But I don't want to say any stretch of the imagination. If someone said to me I thought it was bad, I wouldn't really argue with them. I thought there was enough charm. Mem Villani had enough charm, and the first 2 episodes are okay. But man, it was boring because it fairly quickly devolves into exactly what you think it is. Oh, the universe is gonna fucking implode on itself. Let's shoot CGI lasers at each other. Melodramatic dialogue. It looks like fucking dog shit the whole time. You know. Have a little chat with my fellow farmer here. I'm having trouble fishing. You got any good fish in your water here? Okay. Having one of those days where there's just no good fish, so let's just explore around here. There's one thing I was told as well in feedback I was given on these videos is like you can rummage around other people's stuff. Anything you find, you are allowed to keep. See, I don't really have any business looking at it right now. I thought back on Miss Marvel, I thought the first episode I watched that and I was like, I'll watch this. This seems good. I think this is just my sensibilities for what I like out of these kinds of characters. But I think it would have made a more interesting show in general. As I like the Spider-Man formula, and I think it would have worked perfect for Miss Marvel. Like the first season, it's 6 episodes. It should be about how she's trying to be a superhero while also being a teenager with extremely strict, Pakistani parents, and she's a fan of the Avengers, and they don't like that, and oh my god, I have to go to fucking chemistry class, and oh my god, there's a boy I like. That's what the show should have been. But instead, it's straight away, it's like the first episode is like, oh, we're going to give you that. You like that? Interesting. Family drama? Oh, good. All good performances, good characters. Intriguing. No? Teenager? Suddenly with superpowers? How is she going to find the balance? And then episode 3, it's like, the universe. We must save the universe. Kablam! I'm like, okay, I'm bored. Bored now. Okay, great. That was mildly interesting for like an episode and a half, but you lost me. Cheers. It was a bummer. It was a bummer. And I never stop watching an episode of a TV show halfway through. Like, I never do. Even if it's something I'm not especially into, I don't like leaving episodes half-watched. It's like a just slight compulsion I have. Like, I'll finish the episode. Even if I don't watch the rest of the series, I'll finish the episode. Like, 3 separate times, I, stopped watching an episode of Marvel. I was like, Miss Marvel. I'm bored. I'll finish this later. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a real indictment for me. Yeah, Marvel, and the train don't stop. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, this is Comic-Con week is over. Is it, or is it still going? I don't know. They announced 15 million new things. I don't want to prejudge the ones I don't know about, because like I was one of the people who didn't know Guardians of the Galaxy, and I liked that first movie a lot. But yeah, not compelled by those announcements. And not that Netflix are some kind of purveyors of great fucking content, and not that show was faultless, but I'm so not intrigued by the concept of a Disney Plus Daredevil show. They are not going to. I am somewhat confident saying they will not get that magic back. And again, it's not to say that show is perfect or that Netflix is the home of the auteur, because they're certainly not. But part of the novelty of that show was Kingpin smushing people's heads indoors. And I like how people aren't even really pining for a Punisher show on Disney Plus, because they just know it's not gonna. And again, like I say, Netflix isn't perfect. Second season of that show wasn't great, so it's not like that was a perfect show either. Yeah, think about the boys though. I think is that like that is so different. Do you know what I mean? I was talking to someone last year when Invincible came out, and someone asked me, and I was saying it was great because it is great. And someone asked me, he's like, okay, well, I'm bored of superhero stuff. Would I like Invincible? I was like, well, here's the thing. I think you don't have to like superhero stuff to enjoy The Boys. In fact, I think if you hate superhero stuff, you'll love The Boys, because that is not a show made for superhero fans. They happen to also like it, but it's a very cynical teardown of that genre, and it's great. Invincible, conversely, that is a cynical, satirical, dark story, but it's still made by and for people who like superhero stuff. So, like, I don't even really consider The Boys... I know technically it is. I don't even really consider it like a superhero show, especially as the show like moves on, and season 3 especially, the veil of satire is so fucking thin. Like, I feel like they should just rename the soups like the Caps or something like that, because it just couldn't be a more obvious skewering of capitalism, and it's so thin, and it's great. I love it, but like, I think you don't really have to give a shit one way or the other about superheroes to enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was cool that they did some cool fights in season 3, but at the end of the day, you're not watching that show to see Homelander fight whoever. You're watching it for other stuff. Although on the subject of Ennis, I am reading The Boys currently, and it's the thing that spurred me to reread it was a lot of people were relitigating it online. Lots of articles being written, lots of debates had, lots of YouTube videos. And I was like, I never actually finished it when I first read it, so I was like, let's go back to it. And it's not great. It is Ennis at his most juvenile. And I would say I love Ennis. I love Preacher. I love his Punisher stuff. But The Boys is like, it's primo, this guy needs an editor. Do you know what I mean? It's primo George Lucas being let off the leash to make the prequels, and then they stank. He's so... If you thought you were an edgelord when you were a teenager, you've never been as much of an edgelord as Garth Ennis was when he wrote The Boys. Like, it's so much. It's so much. It's so much. Yeah, Zig, it's so funny that it's on Amazon. Like, it's because the book really is just about making fun of superheroes, and by making fun of them, I mean calling them gay, and then having no real interesting stories, and then just having art where they're ripped to pieces. And then the show, I mean, it's got to be one of the all-time best adaptations from book to show, where the quality of the show or movie towers over the source material. Yeah. I'm actually... And again, on the subject of him having an editor, like, I'm reading some of his Punisher stuff on Marvel Unlimited currently, and it's great. It's great. I like, him getting as outrageous as he can and stuff like Preacher and stuff like that, but there is something to be said for, like, when he writes Punisher for Marvel. It's like, all right, we're putting a little bit of a cap on you, buddy. Mister, you're gonna put them naughty words back in the holster, and you're just gonna write this story, and then it's actually really good, you know. I am determined to finish... Why did I pick that? This is supposed to be my flower garden. Oh, Barry, you're picking them. I'm absolutely fucking this. Oh no, I can replant them, can I? Okay, that's fine. No, don't eat it! No! Oh my god, I really fucked this up. No, stop eating. Okay, I'm just gonna sell these since I fucking uprooted them anyway. I forgot that was my flower garden. Oh my god. No, stop, Barry, please stop trying to eat the tulips. Oh my fucking god. I see you, Mr. Spaghetti. Yeah, I'm reading a lot of comics at the moment, actually. So I'm reading The Boys. I started Ultimate Spider-Man for the very first time, despite the fact that I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I have not read the original run of Ultimate Spider-Man. in my entire life. I've never, until I started reading it now, I've never read anything by Brian Michael Bendis, ever, which again is probably another, like, cardinal sin. But I'm reading that. I am reading Garth Ennis' Punisher, the 2001? Yeah, 2001. I read 2000 a few months ago, loved it. With the introduction of the Russian. Reading that, I started reading the original Captain Marvel run, which is great. Everyone told me it was great. I was expecting it to be great. It was great. What else did I read? 97 Deadpool. Grant Morrison's X-Men, which again is another one where everyone's like, flower dances begin in the forest. Okay, yeah. Grant Morrison's X-Men is another one where it's like top 5 answer anytime you ask anyone what's a thing I should read. I don't know how I made it this long without reading it. It's again super late, not at all spicy take. It's fucking great. Yeah. I was tweeting a lot lately about how the Marvel Unlimited app absolutely stinks, and it does, don't get me wrong, and their servers were down for like the bones of a week and you couldn't read anything. Fucking dreadful, but having that resource is great. I love having that resource. Yeah, he was one of. I mean, the first I ever even really heard of him was when PlayStation, of all people. This is something that, talk about forgotten nuggets in history. PlayStation brought Brian Michael Bendis out on stage at E3 one year to talk about an original show he was writing for PlayStation Studios. That, is this on like the PS3 or something? This was pre-PS4, I'm fairly sure. This was fucking 15 years ago. He came out on stage at E3 and they're like, he's gonna write a show for our burgeoning television department. It wasn't even available outside the US. I never saw it. Powers. I don't think it was available outside the US. I remember I was like, well, I'll give this a watch if it's on my PlayStation. Never came over here. And I never heard a soul talk about it. I have to imagine it was a horrible flop. Yeah, so that was the first I heard of it, and everyone was like, oh my god, Brian Michael Bendis. Because people were like, this is genuinely like a coup of sorts for Sony to get like a guy. Did you actually watch that? It must have been bad, right? Because like I said, that was about 10-12 years ago, so this was before we'd really settled into our groove of, okay, there's great TV shows on the regular on streaming. This was kind of back still when like Netflix had like a good show or two and everyone else was still fumbling around, you know. What's your word? They said west, right? But yeah. It's like I read comics when I was a kid and then but like didn't follow them with any major regularity, and then I stopped a lot when I was a teenager, and then I kind of got back into reading like Batman, like trade paperbacks, like, you know, year 1 and stuff like that in college. And now at the age of 31, I feel like I'm reading more comics than I ever have in my entire life. I have not yet read it, but I picked up a compiled issues of Invincible. After watching the show, I'm reading all that stuff I mentioned on Marvel. I'm also reading like I don't even think I listed all my stuff I'm reading on Marvel Unlimited. I'm also reading like Deadpool and I was going to ask if there's any of that Star Wars stuff they do is good. I am Star Wars now, lads. Let me tell you, we can complain about Marvel, all completely justified. I am fucking Star Wars out. Marvel, much like WWE, will throw a Hail Mary every now and then that will actually grab you and you'll go, oh, whatever, they got me, I'm still in. Star Wars, man, fucking hell. Star Wars is... I would say, based on the conversations I've had, I would say that is a spicy take, Snowboy. But I respect it. And I will also say I have not read any, so I can't weigh in on it. But I will say that seems spicy based on who I've spoken to. What do they call this? The flower dance? Is it? there's Mayor Lewis. So yeah, someone did let me know that generally when these events happen, you're supposed to find and talk to Mayor Lewis. One thing that sucks about can I buy? What can I buy from this guy? Seasonal decor. Oh, these are cool. I like these. Tub o' flowers. Rare Crow. That's my indie wrestling name. I'm gonna use these to decorate the corners of my my flower garden. And I'll put these on the front of the house. Okay, now I'm destitute. One thing that sucks about Marvel Unlimited, other than its general likelihood to break, is that they don't have they have no max label stuff. Nothing adult, nothing specifically adult is on there. So, like I said, I'm reading Garth Ennis's Punisher at the moment, but on the strictly, you know, teen side of Marvel, but still strictly teen and not higher than that. And I was like, oh, I wonder if, like, do they have like a reading list of the Max, which is their like adult label? And not only did they not have a reading list, they don't have any of it at all. I was googling around and people were like, no, you still have to just, you know, well, you can pirate it obviously, but they're like, you have to just buy that, which is weird. It's like, it's 2022. Put an age gate on your app. It's not hard to do. Stick an age gate up there and let the fucking adults read the fucking adult books, you know. Whatever. That app sucks. I keep it because the library is great, but that app stinks. Excellent sauce. Now, this is the life, huh, kid? Sweet wine, a babbling brook, warm air. Did I mention wine? Pam is she's such a wine mom. God bless her. I'll dance with you, Abigail. Ugh. Sebastian doesn't want to be here. He's too cool. Yes! Hell yes, Sam! Respect! Don't let the fucking goth up there fucking sway you. Frog season is really starting to pick up. I should have brought my fishing pole. Yeah, me too. Actually, I don't have access to my items. Thanks, Leah. Jesus, this got heavy in a hurry. Holy shit, I wish Pierre would spend his time with the family. Ladies, it is wine o'clock and Pierre is nowhere to be found. Are you going to be dancing today, Barry? Jodie, look at her tittering. She's loving it. She's absolutely loving it. Everyone's in a great mood except for Sebastian and Pierre's family. These springtime dances can be traced back to ancient fertility rituals. Okay, Demetrius, you fucking suck, dude. You're so boring. I wonder if Emily would dance with me. Let's ask her. Will you dance with my man? Will you shift my friend? Oh no, I can't do that. That's terrible. Never mind. No, I'm not. No. I'm not gonna do Clint like that. I'm not gonna do Clint like that. Okay, so I can ask whoever I want to be my partner. RB, okay. I wish I could play matchmaker and ask people. Look, Clint wants to dance to you, and he wants to dance to the Forbidden Song. He wants to dance to "We Found Love," Calvin Harris and Rihanna. We've all got down to that song in the club. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Marnie. Oh my god. It's the juxtaposition. This dance is weird. Because you've got people who are like, oh god, the air smells great. I can't wait to dance. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so nervous. And then there's people like, oh, my fucking husband's getting shit-faced somewhere else. I'm single as fuck. It's wine o'clock. Marnie looks lovely today. Marnie, please dance with my man. Who the fuck are you? Eye patch dude? Okay, I can't talk to them. Alex! I'm just enjoying the scenery. Oh my god, Alex, you little perv! I'm just enjoying the scenery. Wanna throw the football around, Barry? Haley. I think Haley's my preference so far. If I may pick a dance partner, I'm not dancing with Alex because he's a little bit. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit unsettled by his demeanor, if I may say. Okay, I'm not gonna dance with Jazz either. She's a child. I'm not gonna dance with Evelyn either. She's too old. Brother, dance with your wife. He's too fucking blind. Hang on, no, let me ask, what's her face? Let me ask Blondie. Flower Queen. It's just like real life, lads. I'm 16 again. Brothers, in all my years, let me tell you, I got plenty of no's. I don't think I got an ew no at a dance before. Haley, I gave you a fucking daffodil yesterday. I'm gonna go dance with the bins. Fuck, I might fucking dance with Alex. I'm gonna. This hoedown music is so funny. I'm gonna just have the saddest hoedown ever. Just. Christ almighty. This is more devastating than any of the times I've died in any other Oh, down with no holes! Linus, I know you don't like me. Do you want to dance, Linus? Linus. Where's Marnie? I mean, I don't really like Marnie. She's a bit old for me, but fucking... Penny, you're nice, right? I can't ask Penny. Leah's alright. I'm judging them based on their fucking 16-bit profile pictures. Oh, Willie, no. You guys are all fucking married and shit. Sam, I don't really like Goku. Abigail. Guys, did you see fucking Barry the farmer? He's walking around, he's scaring the hoes in the truest sense of the world. There can't be any hoe down because all the hoes ran away because Barry asked them all to dance. Alright. Mayor Lewis, please put me out of my misery and just start the fucking dance. Marnie, do you want to dance? I can't ask Marnie! Oh, God. Emily, you were my first choice. I don't know if you heard any stories about me, but... Okay, I hope it's Clint at the very least. I hope Clint gets some. I can't... Someone dance with me! You fucking bastards! I lost all respect for you, let me fucking tell you. Harvey, let's dance, brother. Alright. Where's the kill yourself prompt? Where's the kill yourself prompt? How do I jump, lads? How do I jump into this river, boys? Boys, how do I eat this fertilizer? No, hang on. How do I eat the fertilizer, boys? Can someone go on GameFAQs and tell me how to eat the fertilizer? Can I spike the punch with the fertilizer? Can I bring everyone with me, boys? Is that possible? No? Okay, never mind. Mayor, start the fucking dance, please. Yeah, whatever. Throw this fucking controller down. Don't need that fucking shit. No quick time event for me to do the dancing. What the fuck is this? Midsummer? Where's Florence Pugh so she can reject me? Not creepy at all. Not creepy at all, this. Great. Love that. That was fun. That was fun. Lads, I can think of no better way than to wrap. Who got to be Flower Queen, by the way? Hope it wasn't that fucking what's her face. Anyway. Oh, oh God. Yeah, here I am. This will be a treat. I can think of no better way than that pathetic display than to call time on our last Stardew Valley stream. Everyone say goodnight to Mr. Spaghetti. He says goodnight back. That was terrible. We're gonna go to sleep for the night. One last time. And as I say, this is not goodbye forever. We will revisit Stardew Valley, sometime in the near future. It will not be the last time, and hopefully I've made some more fucking friends in this town. All I've done is eat out of bins and be rejected, and spend $36,000 on fishing poles. Surely this is not how it ends for young Barry Lad the farmer. You'll just have to stay tuned to find out. In the meantime, we'll be back tomorrow with 50 Cent Bulletproof, and then next week we will play Hitman 3. Thank you for watching, everyone. I will see you all at the flower dance.